Hi, I'm Davy. I'm awesome. Welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell funny stories from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. So this week, I'm going to tell a story about my mother. My mother, who's no longer with us. I do miss her. Her and I were very much alike in many ways, but not every way. One way we were incredibly different was our opinion on convertibles. I hate them. My mother loved them. Now, I know a lot of people out there do like convertibles, and good for you, whatever. But when you're traveling with somebody who doesn't, maybe once in a while you could show them a little courtesy and put the top up. Because that was just the thing. My mom, when I was about 12, 13 years old, finally got herself a convertible. One she could afford. A Chevette. If you've never seen a Chevette, it is one of the most miserable friggin' cars in the world. First of all, at 12 and 13 years old, my brother 14, we were pretty big kids. By that point, we'd hit growth spurts. We were bigger than the average 12, 13, and 14-year-old. So that little Chevette meant when we went places, we had to sit in the back and be cramped, our knees up to our friggin' chins. And, even worse, I had to deal with what I hate about convertibles, is the wind blowing in my frickin' face the entire time we're going somewhere. Just... it was awful. I know some of you love that. I hate it. But the thing was, of course, it's my mom's car. Even though she never drove it, my dad did. But my dad, he didn't feel one way or the other about it. He didn't care. Probably because he was at the front, where he could just roll up his window and have the windshield in front, so it wasn't doing what it did to me, which was, again... So he never said nothing. But again, I understood that that's what my mom likes. It's her car. So whatever, if I've got to go somewhere with them, just deal with it most of the time. Except here was another problem with my mom. Is again unlike me. My mother could handle being cold a lot easier than she could handle being hot. Me, I'm the opposite. Like, during summer, I can handle the heat a lot easier than I can handle freezing. And then the thing that sucks is, yeah, in some ways we marry our mothers. Not in every way, but in one way I did marry my mother. My wife can handle being cold a lot easier than she can handle being hot. Like, there's been many times I'm sitting there bundled up like, hey, baby, can I, please? It is August. Oh, are you serious? It's like an oven in here. I've never had an oven you could set to only 40 degrees. But now back to my mom. The other reason I kind of dealt with it is when we did go somewhere where she would just insist that we take the convertible. We weren't going very far. We were going to the store. We were all going to the movies or some restaurant or something. So I would just grab a jacket or something and bundle up while we went. But the worst scenario this ever happened. We were going on a trip to visit family in Southern California from Northern Nevada. About an 8 to 9 hour drive. And we were going to take my dad's car, which was at the time a Blazer. Nice, roomy car. A little bit of leg room in the back where I could stretch out my legs. But it broke down a couple of days before we were supposed to go. So of course my mom got all excited. Guess what, guys? We're going to take the convertible to California. Even though my brother is not like me, he doesn't mind convertibles at all. Even he was dreading that. Because we were going to be in that convertible for 8 to 9 hours there and 8 to 9 hours back. We were going to be sitting there with our knees to our chests. And again, the back seat is the worst place to be in a convertible because there is no rolling my window up and getting away from it. Just 8 to 9 hours of... The only rest would be when we stopped at a rest stop, use the bathroom, get some drinks. But do you have any idea how difficult it was to drink something with that going on? You're sitting there like... and asking my mom for a little bit of leeway. Just the occasional stop going like, hey mom, can we put the top up for just a little while? Like, maybe to just the next rest stop? But I like it down. I know, but I don't, and that's why I'm just asking, just for a little while, maybe at the next stop. Which I think all of us know that's mother speak for no. Some people ask, why didn't I ever ask my dad about it? Because I already knew my dad's response to it. It was his advice that he would give me all the time, and honestly I now use in my own marriage, which is, Davy, I don't care. And I say that as a married man. I don't care. If you ever take any advice about marriage, take this one. That as a man, you don't care. No matter what it is, you don't care. Because if you allow yourself to care, even a little bit, you will find out how much you really didn't care. That was my dad's really long and dramatic way to say, pick your battles. What made this even worse for me and my brother is, again, we're going to California to visit family. We're not going to do something really fun. We weren't going to go to Disneyland this time, or, well, screw Disneyland. We wanted to go to Knott's Berry Farm, but we weren't going to do that. We were going for my grandmother's 80th birthday, where I was going to be around a bunch of family, and the only ones I was really going to interact with were the ones that actually lived near us in northern Nevada. And then, some girl that I met there that turned out not to be related. But driving there was the worst part of that trip. It was the worst trip ever, because both me and my brother are in the back, ridiculously uncomfortable, trying to listen to our Walkmans. I'm that old, but can't hear anything because even with the headphones on, the wind's in our face, it's loud, we can't hear anything. Our legs keep going numb because we're cramped back there. And even at night. Now, yes, it was summer, so luckily it was a warm night, but you got to think about that. The degrees drop, and now I've got wind blowing in my face, so it's even colder. So on the way back, a little karma came when I was asking my mother, Mom, please can we pull over and put the top up? We are freezing back here. You need to stop. It's a warm night. We're almost home. And personally, I'm really tired of... You alright? I just ate a bug. Its wings are stuck in my teeth. Honey, pull over. Yeah, another reason to frickin' put the top up. My dad pulled over. My mom got out. And of course, I took the opportunity and got out too to stretch my legs. While she sit there gagging, hacking, horrified because some unidentified bug went into her mouth. Apparently, like going through a screen, got caught in her teeth, ripped off its wing, and the rest of the bug went down her throat. And the entire time my poor mother is sitting there gagging, all I could think was, good. So there you have it, some story video this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post videos, and leave a comment to be answered in my next comment corner. Tell me if you like convertibles, if you don't like convertibles, but for crying out loud, tell me if you were on a long trip like that, you'll put the top up a little bit. Love you guys.